It's about 12:30 in the afternoon on a warm fall Saturday in your typical college town. The traffic is at a slow halt, and college students are pouring out of every building dressed in their game day best, headed to the tailgate. In many successful universities across the country, this tradition is beloved and respected. But is it more than just good fun? Can financial support lead to athletic programs that actually improve a college campus? Like any organization, universities strive to be the best they can be. And by the end of this presentation, you will be able to see how financial support to major market sports such as football and basketball can lead to a chain reaction of improvements at a university. My name is Julie Shalley, and I am a student here at Missouri State University, working for a major in finance with a minor in economics. I love attending this university, and I grew up watching college sports. As someone who's interested in money, I chose to research how financial support can affect college sports. Your professor invited me to share what I learned while researching the topic, and I plan on expounding upon the correlation of improved athletic programs and how they can lead to more benefits. I researched the details in three main areas: income, overall athletics, and indirect benefits. Let us begin by looking at what income has to do with the issue. As a big source of extra income for a university, the NCAA doesn't just divide its money evenly. They actually use a type of grading system based on how well teams do in their conference. If they have a lot of teams do well in an NCAA basketball tournament, and if the institutions they have meet the NCAA requirements and the scholarships they grant to athletes, not to mention when a team plays in a football, bowl game, conference title, or national championship, they are paid as well. Large schools and conferences are even paid to have their own television networks. This leads to the Southeastern, Big Ten, and other large conferences taking the bulk of this money. Everyone receives letters from their college once they graduate asking for donations. But what encourages alumni to give back to their university once they are gone? Studies show that the relationship factors are the largest reasons alumni choose to donate to their universities. The first factor is how involved they were on campus. Did they go to athletic events? Did they join other organizations? The second factor is reciprocity. So if they donate, what does the university give to them? For example, my mother always donates to the University of Missouri because they have a reunion with food, tickets to games, and so on and so forth. The amount of prestige an alum feels is also large. If they have a lot of spirit and pride for their school they attended, they will be much more generous. The last factor in an alum's decision to donate is the amount of satisfaction they have from their college years. Once an alum sees a successful program or feels a connection to the university, they will give back to their sports programs. For example, in 1984, Boston College upset the University of Miami in the national championship football game. After that, donations to the relatively small private college increased 230% in the 10 years following the win. The universities have other smaller sources of revenue, whether it is from their ticket, concessions, or apparel sales. Even a small athletics fee built into the students' tuitions can help. This past semester, Missouri State University implemented its bare fee, which is only $50 a semester, which is relatively small compared to big universities about $200. And the improvements to the sports facilities on campus already have students talking about the upcoming seasons. In addition to the big-time sports like football and basketball that obviously benefit from this financial support, most universities want to see all of their athletic programs improve. My second point of interest, aside from other sports that everyone generally thinks about, is what about volleyball, baseball, soccer, and swimming? Do all of these other sports also benefit from good financial support? This is most likely the case because schools with more income can give out more scholarships. In one case, a volleyball player was on a full ride to Missouri S&T, but transferred to the University of Kansas, even though their academics are not as renowned as S&T's. She went for the title of the Good Athletic Program. Good athletes want to be around other good athletes. Clearly, this financial support can lead to improvements in not only less prominent sports, but also women's sports. Now that we have discussed the direct effects of the financial support on athletics, we are ready for my last point about the effects of all of this. The last thing I looked into was the ripple down effects of the financial support on the university. Many students have shown that universities that make a lot of money with their athletic teams have success in other areas as well. For example, winning teams with higher application rates in the in the academic journal University Business showed that universities whose football team was ranked in the top 20 see a 2.5% increase in applications. Ranked in the top 10%, they see a 3% increase in applications. And if they are to win the national championship, they could see as much as an 8% increase in applicants. The results are similar for the success of a basketball team. If they make the tournament, they will see a 1% increase. If they make the Sweet 16, they will see a 3% increase. And if they make the Final Four, they will see a 5% increase. Going to the national championship game could give them a 6 to 7% increase in applicants. And although not every applicant has an outstanding academic record, it is shown that both the good and the bad SAT and ACT scores are applying. Therefore, if a university is looking to raise its overall GPA, they could be much more selective with applicants. Another side effect of a winning team is a support increase in retention rates. The students seem to be more dedicated to more successful universities who put money into athletics. I just covered the 3 major areas that are affected by significant financial support to collegiate athletics. Let me review them for you. Universities can generate revenue through the NCAA, alumni, and other sources such as built-in fees. The influx of money helps primetime sports, which can lead to an increase in athletes involved in other sports wanting to come to the university as well. Studies showing that a university with a successful season of either basketball or football can see an increase in applicants, which can lead to an improved campus environment. It was recommended for a university to improve its sports programs, and that way they can gain the other benefits by improving their financial support. The most variable form of financial support comes from their alumni, and that's the area that they are encouraged to focus on. Thank you for listening to my presentation.